Welcome to the Beginner's Egypt Percent tutorial. This video is aimed at those with less speedrun experience who may find just copying the route in the world record run too difficult. This is understandable as there are a lot of technical skips which are unintuitive. Instead, I'm going to guide you through the levels following a simple, efficient route to help you get started, offering some alternatives to tricky strats. Once you're comfortable with the route, you can start adding in time saves as you see fit. One thing to note is I will not be going over any movement basics for TR1 in this video. I've put a link to Footy's tutorial in the description, which I would recommend before getting started. But with all that said, let's get started. So, starts off with just some running jumps forward. Just run off the edge here and roll when you hit the ground. Take one hop forward. Line yourself up with the line on the block ahead and take a standing jump forward and then go and pull the switch. Roll and head back to the edge, roll just before you reach the ledge, grab and land in front of the block, and we can start pulling it. So obviously there is a way to avoid this block pulling, but that requires quite a precise jump with a very technical setup, which I certainly wouldn't recommend for beginners. So I would definitely say just start by pulling these blocks out like this, nice and easy. Now to jump up to the ledge, you want to make sure that you jump up on the left side of the block and then roll. So you want to be grabbing on the right side of the pillar where it's a little bit lower, like that. Then to jump up to the sandy ledge, just sidestep all the way to the left, and then you want to rotate. This isn't the easiest jump in the world, but you want to aim for the bottom of the sloped block, so sort of where the line between the two blocks are, and you should be able to get it. And we just want to run forward, run to this slope here, and let's do a standing jump forward. Now this next section can be annoying because, as you can see, there is a mummy there. You can shoot him a few times. If you want to, you might be able to kill him from up here, which would certainly be safer. Sometimes he'll run away, but then you should be able to make the jump onto the Sphinx's paw, no problem. So either way, just slide down to the bottom here, and then you want to jump on the third step. 1, 2, 3, like that. Then we want to go 5 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do a standing jump right to the very corner of the Sphinx's body here, where the slope is the lowest, like that. Don't hold forward here or you'll just run off the edge, so don't hold any directional key until you're standing like this. Then you can just run forward safely. Pull up here and grab the key. Now be careful when you go back down here, because if you go forward with too much momentum you can fall all the way down, so we don't want to do that. So go off to a slight angle, so something like that is much safer. And sidestep all the way to the edge so you can run through. Now if you haven't killed the mummy yet, now is a good time to do so. I usually come down onto this paw and shoot him. And then if he runs off into this corner, you can just do a running jump to the other one until he's dead. And then we can go pull this block. Okay, jump over it and go and put the key in. Now for this part, if you want to be extra safe, you can equip the shotgun and use it to kill the panther here. He should appear about now, hop back, only takes 3 shots to kill him. If you're feeling braver, you can just run straight through and pull up onto this ledge here before he reaches you. So it just depends whether you think you can do that easily enough. We do a running jump over here and continue. Now you definitely don't need to bother about killing this guy, you can just run past him. Do a series of running jumps. Just jump off the edge and roll on landing. Then just turn and jump into the water, or just fall into the water. Then we'll go and pull this switch down here. Pull up to the ledge above. Now there is a jump where you can jump straight from the block here up to the ledge on the top right there. If you're having trouble getting that jump right, we'll do just a little bit more block pushing, so just push the block once, hop on top of it, walk to the right edge here, and then you should be able to just jump to pull up. We'll go and pull this switch. Roll back off, and then from here you can just do a standing jump down to the block again. You're going to need to pull it back and then pull and push it 2 more times in this direction. Now we're going to jump to the ledge above. However, if you just do a smooth running jump here, you can often miss the grab. So to avoid doing that, when you jump up onto the block, make sure to pause until Lara is standing motionless again before you do the running jump. Then we'll pull this block out once. Hop on top of it. I'm going to set this jump up to make sure that you don't miss it. So you can hold look to make sure that she's lined up with the right hand edge of the gold platform there. Or you hop back and then just do a running jump to land on the top. Hop forward, make sure you go to the edge and climb up. Pull the switch, roll to grab the ledge, safety drop down, another roll, another roll, and another safety drop. And continue into this room. I'm going to fall down here. Now this is quite a tricky little jump, because there's some unintuitive aspects to it. So if you want to try and attempt it, easiest way to do that is to just walk to the edge and hop back to set up. Now you need to do a walk-run jump. So we're going to walk forward 2 steps before we jump. So I definitely recommend saving it here, especially if you're not used to it. So we're going to do 2 steps and then jump. And then we have to grab at a specific timing. We're going to press action when Lara's shoulders are in line with the platform that she wants to grab. If you grab too early, she's going to miss it like this. You don't want that to happen. Instead, we're going to do 1, 2, jump, and then do a late grab to grab the ledge. Now if you're, for whatever reason, not getting that, The easiest way, alternative way, is to get your shotgun out again and pile a few slugs into these chumps. It'd only take about 3 each. And a few more will come out. You can kill them or leave them as you feel comfortable with. And then you'll want to either jump or grab up here. My brightness is so low that I can barely see what I'm doing, but that is the best alternative way through the room. Either way, when you get here, just run through the twisting corridor with no jumps. Ignore the mummy and jump as fast as you can up to this corner, at which point you can kill him with the shotgun or with pistols. He may run back into this corridor. If he does, then just come down onto the floor here until he comes back out, and then you can jump back up if necessary. So once he's dealt with, we'll go and pull up over here. Get up onto the pillar and take the key. You can do a step jump here or just walk off the edge and jump. And then to do this this jump sequence easily, go all the way back to the wall, press forward once, and then do 2 running jumps. 1, 2, up to the top. Easiest way to get back. Roll, straight jump forward, sidestep to the edge like that, and then you should just be able to do 2 clean running jumps back. Walk to the edge, standing jump, roll when you land, step forward so that Lara is in kind of the middle of this square with the sand on it. Do 1 more jump forward. You can press action just before she lands to try and cancel the stumble if you're feeling spicy. Then we just put the key in the lock here, and then to get to the exit, just side flip left and roll to finish the level. Okay, on to level 2. So this first sequence can be a little tricky, but if you practice it, it should be okay. We're just going to do 1 standing jump and then 2 running jumps onto the ledge on the left. So that should look something like this. Just follow the visuals that you can see in the video, and it should not be that much of a problem. So just going to drop into the corridor here, a couple more running jumps, and then run until we're around the corner, and jump again, so we can push this block here. Pull guns to turn, hop into the water, swim down to pick up the sapphire key. You can just ignore this crocodile, the worst he'll do is maybe bite you once. Swim out the way you came. You pull out on the right side here, you can immediately do a running jump, curving to the left slightly to avoid the overhang. And then just run to the keyhole. Make sure when you pull guns to turn here, you do it after you see the cutscene play, otherwise the door will bug out. If that does happen, then just go back to the keyhole and press action again, and that should re-trigger the cutscene. So once that's done, we'll run over here, pull this block out. Now it is possible to jump from here up to the ledge over there. However, that is quite a technical jump. You can practice it if you like. However, if you find that too tough, you can always just pull the block one more time to make it into a nice, easy running jump with grab. Get up to the ledge. I'm going to save it here just because the mummy in the next room is kind of unpredictable. So we're going to equip our shotgun to deal with it. And we're going to run up into the next room, hugging the right wall as we enter it, turn to the left, and then shoot the mummy 3 times to kill it. So hug the right wall, turn left, and he explodes. Now it's possible for him to rush you there, in which case just do as best you can to shoot him 3 times, roll, heal, or whatever. And then jump over to pull this switch. Now you can jump from here directly over to the ledge there. However, it doesn't save that much time, and you can always just run around like this. Pick up the first item. Now from here, if you hold back and left along with drawing guns like that, this will set you up for the next jump. So we're going to aim Lara so her head is in between the drawbridge on the right and the fence on the left, and then just jump into that gap there. Slightly tricky sequence here if you've not done one of these before, so I'd recommend saving until you get used to it here. So we want to be standing about in the middle of this square here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to roll off the edge and then do a fake grab to land on the ledge below. So there isn't really a short way of going about this other than doing it, but I'd say it's definitely not that tricky once you get the timing down. So we're just going to press roll and then press action. So I would say the timing of pressing action is just after you hear the roll sound effect play. You only have to press action once, so just roll, action, you'll land like that. So I just practice that a few times until you get used to the timing of it. It's not very specific or precise, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. When you're down here, pull the lever, side flip to the right, and then you can jump forward once. Now to set up this next jump, which can also be kind of tricky, I'd say sidestep into the far corner here, aim right a bit, pop back, so this is kind of the position you want. Again, I'd save it here until you're very confident with this jump, because it can be a little bit tricky. So we're going to jump from the very far corner of this block here, and we're going to aim the far left of the block platform that we can see over there. So that will look not like that. So if that happens, you can just reload. So what happened there was I was a little bit too far to the left, so she got caught on the corner. So like that. Let's try that again. So jump from the far edge to the far corner. I don't usually do it like this, which is why I'm failing. But yes, practice that a few times and it shouldn't be too tough, especially if you save. You can give yourself that safety net. When we get into this position, just turn towards the wall, pop back, then do a standing jump up to the corner, and then a standing jump up to the platform we were on before. And we can go and run and get the scarab item. So same as before, hold back, left and guns to get into the position. Again, we're aiming for the little blue gap between the drawbridge and the platform on the left. Then we'll get there. I'd recommend just running up here, vaulting onto the ledge here. You can turn to the left, think you can probably do 2 if you're right at the edge. Yes, just do 2 standing jumps forward, then go up to the edge, hop back again, so instead of trying to jump directly to this golden ledge over here, which is quite difficult, we'll just do the good old-fashioned jimmying. Doesn't really lose that much time and is significantly easier. So we can drop when you see Lara's shadow, then just run off the edge here and roll when you hit the bottom. Now from this switch I usually like to do 7s, well I like to jump on the 7th step to get onto the steps and do a jump sequence forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you should land just on the edge of this step here. And then if you jump, if you jump straight forward, then you should be able to do a few jumps without bonking. Either way, we'll get up here, then equip our shotgun again to deal with this man. Again, you should be able to kill him before he attacks you. Pull the switch to drop the drawbridge. Now there is a jump that you can do directly from here down to the green platform below. Again, if you're having trouble with that, don't be afraid to just skip it by pulling this lever here, going out the door, and then dropping down from this window here, which will get you there, to pull this switch. Now, instead of jumping here, I'd suggest running and even just walking until you get to the line, because these pillars can easily just knock you off and ruin your day. So once you're on the very edge, you can start running forward. Walk to the edge here to set up this jump. Then just do a running jump to end up on the ledge here. Check your health, as we're going to be taking some fall damage. If you have less than 50% health, drop a small med pack and do a safety drop down, holding grab, pick up this. Now you want to be careful here that you don't fall off the edge. So it is possible just hold up and left and get round like that, but if you're finding that you're falling off all the time trying to do that, you can always just do a little sidestep and jump forward to make it a little bit safer. Pick up the final item and then just side flip left into the water and follow the passage to the next room. So we want to get out of the water on this far corner here and equip our shotgun again. Deal with this final mummy. We can pull up into the passageway here. So I'm going to do a running jump and then a jump on the third step. 1, 1, 2, 3. And set this jump up by just backing up to the wall here, and then jumping straight forward. From here we can do a standing jump up to the ledge and then just run off the ledge to the floor. Now here we want to be careful not to fall into the water because it loses time. So just take your time to set up a jump. You get to the middle of this block. And then you can either, it's probably easier to just try and run across here, because if you do standing jump you might overshoot it. So if you want to do a standing jump, make sure you're from the back end of this block so that you don't overshoot. Otherwise you can just try and cut over the corner like this. Either way, try and make sure that you don't fall in the water. So when we get here, stick our ank in. Remember, don't draw your guns until you see the image of the door, because otherwise you'll bug out the door. So to get to the next socket here, again it's like with the bridge, so you can just hold up and hold left, though that can be a little bit tricky in terms of movement. So again, you can always just set it up a little bit if that's more comfortable. It's certainly a lot faster than just falling in the water, so it's really up to you as to what you're comfortable with doing. So as long as you're not falling in the water, I'd say you're doing it right. And then just a final standing jump forward and run to the end of the level. So for the final level, Sanctuary of the Scion, start by equipping the shotgun. Just do running jumps forward. Till you hit here, then just hold action, die, continue. Again, if they rush you, it shouldn't be too bad, and you can always heal. So jump up to the far wall here, standing jump forward to the wall, hop back, jump forward, the edge, hop back, jump forward, turn, walk to the edge, hop back, running jump forward, and climb up. Now for this jump here, we're going to make it a little bit easier by doing a setup for it. So you can see you can walk as far as this square here, so I'm going to walk all the way to the edge. So we're in the corner here. Now you can see where we want to jump is where the Uzis are floating on that invisible platform. So when you press look and up, Lara looks down, so you want to have the Uzis sort of going up her bum, as you can see. That's the visual for it. And then you just hop back, running jump forward without grab, and then when she lands you can press grab to pick up the Uzis. Now you can do a walk run jump here, or just walk to the edge, hop back, and grab the edge. Ignore the guy who's shooting you, heal if necessary. I'm going to equip the Uzis now to deal with the flying guys. So these guys are very unpredictable, they could just rush you. They do land on the platform you're on, it's pretty bad. Or they may just wander around aimlessly and not even come close to you. So it's up to you whether you wait until they're both dead before you continue, or you try and continue and do it fast and then shoot them as you go. It depends on what you're comfortable with. Either way, we're going to be doing standing jump over here, and then set up this jump, grab the edge. Now here you can just hold up right and jump, get to this square. You can do it slower if you find that tough. Remember to keep an eye on your health, because that guy can keep sniping you. So the easiest way to get down from this switch, you vault up here. There will be another one spawned when you hit that switch, by the way, so you may want to kill him first. Or you can do it after you've reached the floor. So we want to fall down this gap here, facing towards the wall. We land facing up, then just hold action, so you grab the edge, roll on landing, and then deal with this guy, healing as necessary. Then we can continue. So walk until Lara stops here, and then jump up to the flat spot, turn, jump up here, we'll pull up on the right side here, get this jump up by walking to the edge, you can walk to this corner, standing jump to the corner of this block, pull up to the ledge above, tilt to the left slightly and roll. Now you want to do a running jump forward, but make sure that you go off right at the corner, otherwise you may not jump. Do that. So make sure you use the full length of the block. Don't do that. Okay, actually scratch that. You want to be even safer, just walk to the edge and set up the jump like that. However, if you're a bit more confident, you can do it just with a roll and a running jump. But as I just demonstrated, that can be a little bit tricky. So make sure you avoid this gap here. You can just do a smooth running jump up there. Or you could go to the edge and jump up. So we're going to pull this switch from the very right side as possible, and then just do a side flip right. If you're not far enough to the right, she won't make it, so make sure that you're just pulling that switch to the right of it in order to make this jump. Then we're going to just back up off the edge here, hold grab after she's in the air both times, otherwise she won't hit the slopes. There'll be another guy here. You can kill him now if he's around, or leave him for later. So roll so you go backwards down this slope, grab the edge, then it's up left jump with grab so she doesn't bonk. The smoothest way to get into the water there. Pick up the key. So climb up on the left side here, and then tilt to the right and sort of aim for that corner there. And then you should be able to go right up to the next two. Jump forward instead of jumping up. Then just vault these first two steps, tilt to the left slightly and standing jump onto the slope. Time the jump right at the end so that you can grab the ledge. Stick the key in here. Now we're just going to turn around, just do running jumps straight forward. Pull straight up, one step forward, heal as you need to, and then run back. So you can jump from here with a grab to get onto the ledge. If you just fall into the water, it's fine, just do as before. And then jump up the ledges as we did before. Just hold forward to go down here. Then there's a slightly tricky curve jump. You might want to set that up just by walking to the edge, jumping into the gap there. If you fall into the water again, just climb out of it as normal. So climb up to the top here, side step left, running jump forward, or standing jump forward into running jumps. Now there is quite a smooth way of doing this. but you might just find it easier to do it a little bit slowly. But to jump up here, and then if you can get that stumble cancel off the little ledge here, that's fine. If not, then just roll when you hit the ground and turn as normal. You're going to climb up on this side. If there is still any flying guys still around, you might want to look for them and see if you can snipe them from here. Climb up on the right side here so that we can immediately do a side flip left and a standing jump forward to get back up. I'm going to climb up on the left here. Again, look for any flying guys that might be around. We've killed them all here. And walk to the far corner here. I'm going to aim to land on the very far right of the block ahead, where it's at the lowest point. You can either jump up here or just vault up. Push the block once. Run back around to the other side. So you want to kind of stop just where you can see the line of where this square starts. And do a standing jump up on the left side and a side flip up. As with the previous Ankh, just run straight forward, vault up onto it, one step forward, turn around, heal again, run straight out, and then when you get to the edge here, we're going to do a standing jump forward so that she hits her head on the ceiling and doesn't stumble when she hits the ground. Then just fall off the ledge to the right here. Now you may want to just kill this guy by walking to the edge, shooting him, or if you feel more comfortable you can just do the following whilst ignoring him and healing as necessary. So just want to do a running jump, platform here, walk to the edge as before, climb up on the right, jump up to the keyhole. Again, don't draw guns till you see the animation. We do a side flip to the left after that, then just fall down here. You might want to hold right. I'm not actually sure how forgiving that is. Let's find out. If I just go full momentum forward, it's okay, but remember to let go of forward so that you don't fall off the face here. Put the second one in, wait for the door to start opening before you hop back, turn to the left a little and jump up. Then you'll want to go backwards onto the slope, roll when you hit the ground, then jump into the water down here. Climb out by the pillar. So from here you can either do a walk run jump to grab the edge, alternatively you can just walk to the edge and do a standing jump grab to get up here. Then we want to walk to this far corner, set up this jump. Let's go for the middle. Now for this part, if you can time it correctly, you can get a tumble cancel straight onto the block below. Alternatively, you can simply slide down and just turn with guns like this and roll off the edge here, roll again, do a running jump forward. I sort of aim for the middle of this block here between the two stripes, turn as you land, and then just roll with grab to get down to the floor and pull the switch. Or you can do a sweet swan dive into the water. Now it is possible to go all the way up here without bonking, doing a smooth series of running jumps. However, if you try that, you're probably going to do a few bonks. So I just take my time and only jump on the straight parts, and it's going to be faster until you're a lot more confident with the movement. So, when we get to the scarab, you want to be tilting a little bit to the right, save your game, and then pick it up. You're going to do 2 steps back, and reload if that happens. That shouldn't happen too often, but of course it happens when I'm recording a video. When that doesn't happen, go around the edge of the room. Don't go onto the blue steps, and go straight for the scarab. Don't draw guns here. Heal if you need to. And drop down. Pull up into the window. Step forward. Standing jump forward to stumble cancel. And then just run to the end of the level.
Now, like to shoot you to hell.